Hey everyone, if you're trying to keep up with the big tech shifts without drowning in data, you're in the right place.
Yeah, we try to cut through the noise.
Exactly. So today, we're diving into something major. TSMC's huge move into Kumamoto, Japan.
Ah, yes, the Kikuyo plant. It's more than just a factory.
Right. Feels like a real regional transformation, and it says a lot about the global chip game. Our mission today is basically to unpack how this one project sparked so much change and what it might mean going forward.
It's a fantastic case study. So TSMC's first Japanese hub, it's in Kikuyo, Kumamoto Prefecture.
And they're already up and running.
Pretty much. Mass production kicked off December last year. They're already shipping chips out.
To big names, I heard, like Sony.
Exactly. Sony's already a customer for this plant.
And the build time,
Yeah.
20 months. That sounds incredibly fast for semiconductor manufacturing.
It is. 20 months from breaking ground to churning out chips at scale. That's really moving.
Especially in a place maybe not instantly known for high-tech manufacturing.
Right. And you have to figure the Japanese government support played a big part there.
Oh yeah, that subsidy for the first plant was huge, wasn't it? Something like $476 billion.
Around that, yes. A very significant investment to get things moving quickly. It's like a down payment on Japan's semiconductor ambitions.
And clearly, it worked well enough that they're not stopping there.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Plant number 2 is already under construction. They're aiming for a 2027 opening for that one.
Okay, so 2 plants. What kind of capacity are we talking about then, combined?
Together, they're expected to push out over 100,000 wafers per month.
Wow. Just to remind folks, the wafers, that base disk, they make tons of individual chips from, right?
That's the one.
Yeah.
So 100,000 wafers, that's substantial global capacity.
And the government's backing the second one, too.
Oh, yeah. Total potential subsidies for both plants could hit $1.2 trillion.
Out of a total investment of nearly $3 trillion. That shows serious national commitment.
Absolutely. It signals this is a top strategic priority for Japan.
And this is where it gets really interesting, I think. It's not just TSMC anymore, is it?
No, it's triggered a kind of chain reaction. The whole Kyushu region is now being called Silicon Island.
Silicon Island. Okay.
We're talking over $5 trillion in semiconductor-related investments pouring into Kyushu just since 2021.
5 trillion yen. Who else is getting involved?
Well, you've got Sony expanding, of course, but also Tokyo Electron, Mitsubishi Electric, even Fujifilm. They're all boosting their presence.
So it's creating this whole ecosystem.
Exactly. And it's filtering down, too. There was this interesting detail about old pachinko parlors.
Pachinko parlors.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, being converted into factories for chip-making equipment.
Yeah.
A company called Feedback Technology is doing that. It just shows how deep the economic shift is going.
That's pretty amazing. But these factories, they need specific resources, right?
Yeah.
Power, water.
Crucial. Absolutely critical. And Kumamoto has some, let's say, natural advantages there.
Like what?
Well, for power, the region uses more nuclear power than average in Japan, about 23%. That tends to mean more stable, maybe cheaper electricity.
Okay, that makes sense. And water. Chip making needs incredibly pure water.
It does. And the volcanic soil around Kumamoto acts like a natural filter. So they have access to really high-quality, ultra-pure groundwater, perfect for chip production.
So nature's providing a bit of a boost. But what about people? You need a skilled workforce.
That's key, and they're working on it. Local universities like Kumamoto University are launching new semiconductor programs. There's even a new graduate school focused on it.
So building the talent pipeline.
Right. The governor mentioned something like 62 new chip-related businesses have already been attracted.
And that must change the community feel too, right? More international ties.
Definitely. Especially with Taiwan, given TSMC's roots, the local government is trying to smooth the way, expanding international schools, hiring Mandarin-speaking staff, really trying to support the incoming workers and their families.
Seems like they're playing the long game. And looking ahead, Kumamoto wants even more.
They do. They're actively pitching for a third TSMC plant.
A third one? What kind of chips would that be?
This one would be for the really cutting-edge stuff. The 2-nanometer, 3-nanometer chips, the most advanced nodes.
Okay, so huge ambitions. And this is happening while some other major chip hubs are facing challenges.
Yeah, the context is important. There are reports highlighting concerns in, say, South Korea. Their own semiconductor expansion seems a bit stalled, apparently due to issues with legislation and getting infrastructure built quickly.
So one region surges ahead while another potentially faces hurdle. Interesting point. Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. The big picture here seems to be that TSMC in Kumamoto isn't just one factory. It's really acting as this powerful catalyst.
Absolutely. It's driving economic growth, speeding up tech development in the region, and yeah, potentially starting to rebalance the global semiconductor map a bit.
It really shows what can happen when strategic investment meets the right local conditions.
It's a powerful combination, a really compelling example for other regions, I think.
Definitely. So thinking about this rapid change in Kumamoto and maybe the headwinds elsewhere, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other surprising shifts might be coming on the global tech map over the next few decades? And maybe more importantly, what factors, besides just the tech itself, maybe things like government support, local resources, workforce development, will end up driving those big changes. Something to think about.